Today we're in the car and I'm going to answer the worst comments and questions I've received about Dubai. When you create content on the internet, you get a lot of flack, to put it politely. Some of them are actually pretty funny, so I thought we could take the opportunity to answer them together. For those who don't know me, my name is Agata and I've been living in Dubai since 2013. So I've been here for 12 years and I've been investing here for 10. I'm also the founder of the Dubai agency, which mostly supports foreign investors in their investment journey here in Dubai.
Before we begin, a quick note. I'm French and this channel was originally created for the French market. Many English-speaking investors ask for the same content, so to release videos faster, we now use AI technology to translate and reproduce my voice. What you are hearing right now is my real voice. For the rest of the video, my voice has been AI translated so we can produce content more efficiently. However, everything you'll see, the data, the deals and the strategies is 100% real. And if you contact me, you'll speak with a real person in English. Enjoy the video.
So I'm taking you with me today. I'm on Jumeirah between two meetings and I'm going to answer the toughest comment.
So first question, in Dubai, do you eat shit too, since all you talk is crap?
Damn, you started off strong. Listen, no, I've never eaten shit, but just so you know, if anyone's interested, I know people who do.
And where does this controversy come from? And why do we always see this kind of thing in the comments?
Actually, apparently there are some very rich people like Saudis and so on who come to spend the weekend in Dubai and hire prostitutes who are into weird stuff because they're rich and so they have access to anything and everything. And at some point they hired girls to poop on them. And the videos, they made videos and they leaked. And I think it happened in Dubai. I'm not even actually sure it happened in Dubai. But as soon as people see people from the Middle East doing disgusting things, they'll always say it's Dubai. That's where it comes from.
All right, second question. So someone says to us, everything people say about this city is false. Anyway, there are only idiots.
Well, yes, like everywhere in the world, there's still a large proportion of not very smart people. But I don't think it's any more than anywhere else. As for everything people say about this city being false, I agree. Most of what people say about Dubai is nonsense. But what I usually say is still pretty much true.
Another person is asking for your body count.
That's absolutely going to remain strictly confidential between us.
And another person is asking you, what happens if you get cancer in Dubai? Do you go back to France?
So personally, I've been gone too long to still be covered by French social security. Just so you know, for those who might not be aware, as soon as you're no longer a resident or employee in France, you lose your social security after 1 year and 1 day. Which means that if something happens to me, I'll have to get treated here. I have insurance. If I get cancer, I'll be covered. But if I go to France, I would have to pay for everything. So no. To answer those people who think, oh, they don't want to pay taxes, they pay in Dubai, but as soon as they have a problem, as soon as they get sick, they go back to France. Unfortunately, it's not that simple.
So someone says to you, the only downside in Dubai is the amount of service charges for rentals. Despite the incredible level of service, it's super expensive. I don't
completely agree. First of all, it depends on where you own property because service charges are something regulated by the government. So obviously, if you buy in the Burj Khalifa, it's one of the most luxurious buildings in the city. Well, yes, you're going to pay a lot. On the other hand, when you're in much more affordable areas and you see that you have 2 swimming pools, staff available 24/7, common areas that are cleaned every day, etc. A reception, sometimes a valet, which is a car attendant. And for a studio, you'll pay around 1,500 euros per year. So that's a little over 100 euros per month. I don't think that's a lot. After that, I think everything is relative, really, but I absolutely don't think it's a lot compared to the level of service you get. And then each owner is also free to set a rent that will cover their expenses.
Someone else told us, apparently there are fewer Arabs in Dubai than in Marseille. Is that true?
No, I don't think so. We're still in a country where there are a lot of Arabs because how many millions of people live here? I think there are about 4 million people living in Dubai today. And there you have it, we're in the Arabian Peninsula, we're in an Arab country. That being said, here, when we say Arab, it's very broad. It includes a lot of Lebanese, people who lived in Lebanon, Egyptians, Syrians, Palestinians, Saudis. And it's great to have this mix, so there you go.
You got another comment on Facebook, your mom in the Bois de Boulogne.
My mom lives in Les Sables d'Olonne, and by the way, her name is Françoise. Hi mom, I don't think she works at the Bois de Boulogne.
We've got someone else saying, yet again, someone who sells dreams while just taking advantage of the system.
What do you mean, which system exactly? Because here there's no social security, no unemployment benefits, no retirement. So the system here is you can only count on yourself. We work, we try not to mislead people too much and to help them to build wealth through real estate. And if you're not interested, just move on, it's not a problem.
Someone else says, you sold your soul to the devil for an apartment in the middle of the desert.
No, as far as I know, my soul is still with me. And besides, I didn't buy in the middle of the desert. Although it can actually be quite lucrative, but no, I really don't feel like I've sold my soul to the devil. But hey, everyone does what they want. Once again, you can't please everyone.
We have another comment. Dubai is just a fake showcase for influencers.
Now this one really makes me always laugh. And actually, often when I go back to France, people ask me, do you know this influencer or that one? Well, actually, no, because there are only about 20 of them and there are 4 million residents here. So we don't see the influencers, we don't know them. Some live here. I think most of them have actually left, but it's not a showcase for influencers. It's a real city, as you can see. There are real houses, there are roads, there are residents, people who work. It's a city a bit like any other city in the world, and it's a shame to only see Dubai through that lens.
We have someone else who asks, are you going to tell your children that you went into exile just to avoid paying taxes?
So first of all, I didn't go into exile to avoid paying taxes. I went into exile to live in a country where precisely people from all communities, backgrounds and religions live together. In harmony, in safety, with sunshine all year round by the sea. That's it. It's a place that for me, well, this is personal, but I think a lot of people come to Dubai for these reasons because it ticks all the boxes. Of course, the fact that we don't pay taxes is nice, but on the other hand, we don't get any social benefits. We have no public services, so it's not exactly easy either. And even if I had gone into exile to avoid paying taxes, I honestly don't see what the problem is.
There's someone else saying, here's another one who thinks that running away from France will make her happy.
I didn't run away from France. I left for something better. And yes, I am very happy. Like anywhere, life accidents can happen. Yes, you can get sick, you can die, you can have an accident. When it comes to illness, there are a lot of myths about Dubai. Actually, just because there's no social security or public healthcare system doesn't mean that if you get sick, you'll end up dying alone in the street. There are hospitals, there are private insurance options. The only difference is that you have to pay for it yourself privately. It's not a public service. But yes, I could lose my job and have to find solutions. But honestly, that's kind of the same everywhere.
Aren't you afraid of losing everything if one day they tell you to leave?
No, I'm not afraid of losing everything if one day they tell me to leave. It's always they, the bad guys, isn't it? No, I'm not afraid. I've been here for 12 years. I own property here. I also own property elsewhere. I think you shouldn't put all your eggs in one basket. And today the country, in fact Dubai and the Emirates in general, are developing thanks to the influx of foreign talent and foreign investors. So I don't think that from a realistic point of view, the day will come when they ask all of us to leave.
Someone else who says to us, if you were really making money in real estate, you wouldn't be clowning around on the internet.
Yeah, I have to admit that. I make money in real estate as an investor, but my job is also to sell real estate to people. So at some point, if I stop doing my job, well, that's really going to limit my investments. So I keep clowning around on the internet for those who are interested. And by the way, if you're interested, don't hesitate to contact us privately.
We have someone else saying you're just taking advantage of a bubble. When it bursts, you'll be the first to run away.
So that's something that comes up often, saying that Dubai is a bubble, because actually most Europeans, and especially the French, only discovered Dubai 2 years ago with the reality TV stars who came to settle here. Except Dubai hasn't existed for just 2 years. Dubai has been around for about 50 years. It's a city that's developing, that went from being in the desert 50 years ago to now being in the top 3 most visited countries every year. It's becoming an increasingly important financial hub. Everyone comes here to do business. It's a crossroads between Europe, Asia, and Africa. And here we have leaders who are extremely smart and who are constantly updating regulations and laws to really align with global standards. In terms of attractiveness, population, economic growth, and so on. So no, I don't think it's a bubble, but that's not just my opinion. There are a lot of studies by people who actually take the time to analyze tons of data, etc., who in fact rank Paris, London, and Hong Kong among the cities at risk of a real estate bubble. And Dubai is not on that list. So that's a study by UBS. One of them is a study by UBS. If you're interested, you can just search for it on Google and you'll find it.
There are others who say everything is rigged in Dubai, the numbers are fake, there's no transparency at all.
Well, that's completely untrue. Of course, maybe there are things that are rigged in different areas. I don't know. Honestly, that's completely unverifiable information. However, when it comes to real estate transactions, that's 100% not rigged at all. All transactions are recorded, whether it's rental contracts or purchase and sale agreements. And they're recorded on websites that are accessible to everyone from anywhere in the world. I know this because I've seen my own transactions on the site, whether it's for apartments I've rented out or apartments I've sold. So I was able to verify for myself that it was real data.
Here's another one that comes up often. Investing in a country that can kick you out overnight is way too risky.
But actually, in that case, it means investing abroad is just way too risky. Because in any country, you could assume that they might kick you out overnight. Tomorrow you invest in Bali and suddenly the government could say, no, all these things that belong to foreigners, we're seizing them. You go to Morocco, they'll tell you the same thing. You go to the United States, it could be the same. I don't know what that's based on. The idea that here you could be kicked out overnight. Is there any evidence? Why would you be more likely to get kicked out overnight here than in Germany, for example?
I don't know, but I think people have heard a lot that people could have their passports confiscated or things like that. That's not all true, is it?
All that. You can have your passport confiscated if there's a case against you, if someone has filed a complaint. If someone has filed a complaint against you because you scammed money or for any number of reasons, in those cases, they confiscate your passport until the judgment is made. They're not going to confiscate your passport for your whole life. It's only in the context of a legal action that has been brought against you. So in principle, if you work, you're honest, and you don't scam anyone, that's not going to happen to you.
Here's another thing people say, the returns in Dubai are all fake. Everyone says that just to sell.
It's always the same story. It's like I always say, it's totally verifiable. You can look at a particular building, see how much an apartment was sold for and how much it's currently being rented for. The data is public, it's accessible. So you just do a little division and you'll be able to figure out your return.
It's easy to succeed when you live in luxury and already have money.
Well, I don't live in luxury. I have a completely normal life. I live in a house with my family in a nice place, but it's not particularly luxurious. And I started from zero. So to say that I don't have a family inheritance, I don't have wealthy parents who helped me or even passed on any financial knowledge to me. So I consider that I didn't start out with money. So I think that everyone, even if it's neither hard nor easy, I think it will bring everything.
A slightly more personal question. Your kids never see you. Do you put your career before your family?
No, actually, what's great about Dubai, especially when you're an entrepreneur, is that our kids finish school early, around 3 or 4 in the afternoon, and we can arrange to take little breaks during the day, spend time with them, take them to their sports activities and so on, and then take advantage of the time difference we have with France. I work a lot with France, and once the kids are in bed, I can get back to work a little bit, so I'm lucky, but that's not the case for everyone. That being said, someone living in the Paris suburbs, working a 35-hour week and getting home at 8 p.m. because they spend an hour on the RER to get back, I don't think they see their kids much either.
There's also this other thing people say. In Dubai, everyone is a real estate agent, so you're not selling anything special.
Yeah, it's true that in Dubai, there are a lot of real estate agents who are pretty opportunistic, who just arrived yesterday and will try to tell you everything about real estate in Dubai, even though they've never invested themselves and haven't seen the city evolve, simply because there are very few barriers to entry for this job here. That's why you really need to choose the person who guides you carefully, and I'm not selling anything special. Contact me and then we'll see what I might sell you. Yeah, I wanted to make this video because normally I don't waste time responding to comments, especially those asking me if I eat crap, to be honest. But for those who don't have time to waste either and want to move forward quickly with investing in Dubai, don't hesitate to contact me. Whether it's me or a member of my team, we'll be happy to support you. And I'll see you soon in the next video.